Just a little bit ago, Donald Trump's former lawyer, a lawyer so loyal to Trump that he went to prison for him, came out with a very interesting theory about Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump's husband. And basically what Michael Cohen said on Twitter is that we haven't been hearing about Jared a lot in the news, that everyone else in the Trump family, everyone else in the Trump White House is seemingly getting arrested or is at least under investigation, and Kushner has been flying under the radar. And Cohen's theory is that Kushner is not just planning to flip on Trump and testify against him, but has already done so. I want to read this to you. He says, "Interesting how Jared Kushner, hashtag Secretary of Everything, name appears to be absent from all the controversy, indictments, and arrests. Is he next to fall or a cooperating witness? Knowing what a snake he is, I bet the latter." And I think there's something to this. Remember, Kushner, more than any one person in some ways, played a really big and diverse role in the Trump administration. He really only got the job because he was married to Ivanka, and Ivanka is daddy's favorite little girl, so the husband got the job. But besides that, I mean, Kushner did play a big role. He was awful, but he was impactful in a bad way. And so you wonder, with all these crimes and all these unethical behaviors and all these scams and all these ripoffs and all these controversies, we actually haven't been hearing a lot from Jared, certainly, but even about him in comparison to other people that played such a big role. And I think there's something to be said for the fact that Jared is flipping now to protect himself and to protect Ivanka. Ivanka's in big trouble. We know that specifically because she played such a big role at the Trump organization. She's under constant investigation right now as it pertains to taxes. That what Alan Weitzelberg is being investigated for, which is essentially paying himself in perks and then hiding that from the tax man, Ivanka did that too. Likely Don Jr. and Eric and other executives, but Ivanka's the one with the most evidence against her. And in some cases, as a subsidiary at the Trump organization, she did some of these things for like 8 years at some of the smaller companies within the Trump umbrella. So Ivanka's really scared right now, and it's likely one of the reasons she's hiding. And when you combine that with the fact that just a couple days ago now, the head of the Trump inauguration committee just got arrested, and Ivanka played a role during that inauguration committee, preparation, and the inauguration committee likely ripped off the taxpayer, and Ivanka lied under oath about her role in that inauguration planning, basically saying she had nothing to do with it, when we all know she did, and there's written documentation. There's a real incentive for Jared to get rid of Donald Trump to save his wife. And I don't think it's purely to save Ivanka. I think part of it has to do with keeping his family together. But I think Jared was never really a fan of Donald Trump. They never really liked one another. Not to get too creepy with it, but I really do think Donald Trump never fully trusted Jared because he has this infatuation with his oldest daughter that's really, really creepy. And all of a sudden, there's this man that comes in and takes his daughter away from him in a way that no man had before that, and I don't think Trump was very happy. So there's always been this competition between the two, and it's only gotten worse since. We've been getting all this information that Jared has often tried to sabotage Trump at the White House. He often fought with people behind the scenes, and now we even have more petty things like Jared has a big book deal, but Trump doesn't. And Trump is worried that Jared's going to make him look bad in the book. I really do think Jared flipped on Donald, or at least there's a strong possibility, because fundamentally, if he can keep his wife safe and get rid of the annoying father-in-law that's ruined his brand, he'll do it.